Good morning, Year 4. This is my hints and tips video for our maths lesson today, unit and non-unit fractions. Okay, so building on from yesterday's lesson, we're looking at understanding what is a fraction. Okay, so from yesterday's lesson we understand a fraction is part of a whole. Okay, and if I just flip my board over, here's my favourite fraction again. Alright, so for me, the most important part of the fraction is the denominator, because that tells you how many parts are in the whole. Okay, and then the numerator tells you how many parts you have there are. So for 3/5, we might have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 counters, and in this case I'm going to do it slightly differently because you need to see it in lots of different ways. This is, there are 5 in the whole, and how many counters are white? 3/5 are white. Okay, and there you would have how many counters are black, and 2/5 would be black. Alright. So I think all of the first side of the sheet is quite straightforward. So for each example, basically you would write fractions to complete the sentences. Okay, so you always need to think, if you're writing a fraction, you need the denominator, which is how many parts are in the whole. In this case, you have 3 counters, and you should be the numerator will be the number of counters that are yellow. Same denominator, because it's how many counters do you have altogether. Okay, and then how many are red will be your numerator. Alright, so same thing here. Write fractions to complete the sentences, and here is our tower, and our whole tower is made of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So when we're looking for the fraction that is green, okay, our denominator will be 6 because there are 6 in the whole. And here, how many are yellow? Our denominator will be 6 because there are 6 in the whole. And here, how much of the tower is blue? Our denominator will be 6 because there is 6 in the whole. Alright, remember what fraction of each shape is shaded counts the number of parts in the whole. Okay, because that will tell you what the denominator is. Alright, and go on, and until we get to the bottom, which says, then you, as well as identifying the fraction, you then need to tick the unit fraction in each pair of shapes. And we need to remember that our unit fraction has a numerator of 1. Okay, so one of the pairs of shapes will have a numerator of 1, and that will be the fraction that you need to tick. Okay, so this is question number 4. And that's straightforwards. Okay, so we won't go through that one. We're just going to have a quick look at number 5, which says circle a third of the counters. Okay, and for the first time, our denominator is actually different to our number of counters. But because our denominator says there are 3 equal parts in our shape, we can see that we have an array here of 3, 3, 3. So if we think of these as being lines of 3, when we've got to circle 1/3, we would just circle around 3 of the counters. Okay, and then we've got the same array. Our denominator tells us there are 3 equal parts. Okay, so this would be 1 line of 3, this would be 2 lines of 3, and this would be 3 lines of 3. And then this time we've got to circle 2/3. So our numerator tells us that 2 out of the 3. So I would be drawing around like this. So work through. We're going to be looking at lots of these types of problems, okay, as the days go on. Once you get the hang of it, it's really easy, and as you guys are great at your times tables, you'll find it much easier. Okay, all right. Here we go. Question number 6. Write the fractions in the table. So unit fractions and non-unit fractions. Unit fractions must have a numerator of 1. Okay, so you can sort them really easily, and then complete the examples. Alright, and you'll just fly through that today. Okay, so work hard, have fun, and I look forward to seeing your work later.